Great big sort of party, eat a lot, drink a lot of drinks, vendors, everything games up at Upper City Park.
Okay, thanks, Todd. And we're grateful for the parks of Iowa City and grateful for the shade trees that were not blown down in that tornado a few years ago. Okay. And
you might also want to talk to the, we have a Cedar Rapids group here. I don't believe they're having their Pride this year simply because of all the flood problems and the recovery. Cedar Rapids, they're right there holding that sort of swooping thing.
okay, we'll get there.
The first two chapters, I was tears, like this.
So,
I started reading about all this stuff. It scared the life out of me.
is this
Are
what's
you,
a good
are you
view?
from Cedar Rapids?
Yes, we
Yes.
We want to interview
Okay.
you. Say hello.
Okay, we're here from the Senior Center TV studio. I have a program that goes on local cable, Neighbors and Friends. Many of our neighbors and friends, of course, are from the gay and lesbian transgender community. And we're proud to have you here joining us today.
Thank you.
And would you want to identify some of yourselves or tell us why you're here?
I'm Mark Grover. Actually, I live here in Iowa City, but I belong to the GLRC of Cedar Rapids for the past 3 years just because I have friends that have been on the board, so I've served on the board. I'm also getting more involved with things here in Iowa City, so it's good to be here.
So you're with both groups, and of course,
Yes,
the cohesion is what we're all after.
exactly, yes.
Hello, I'm Reverend Tom Capo of People's Church Unitarian Universalist in Cedar Rapids. I'm here to support everybody. And I may even get to carry some of this flag here. So I'm really happy about that.
Right, thank you.
Hi, I'm John Karn, and I'm also from Cedar Rapids and with the Cedar Rapids Gay and Lesbian Resource Center. And we're working together with the folks in Iowa City on Corridor Pride this year. So we hope to expand that even more to include the whole corridor even more next year.
I'm Robin Voorhees, and I'm with the member of the GLRC board, and I'm just here to help support and get the word out for all of us to have unity and harmony. Thank you.
I'm Kathy Williams. I'm from Cedar Rapids. I'm Robin's partner, and I'm here helping to carry the banner for the GLRC. And we're hoping to have looks like we're going to have a good turnout today. So glad you guys are here too.
Okay. I love the shirts you girls have on, Live, Love, and Be. And you notice my little pin, all means all, which is something we're using in the denomination I belong to. And I'm very happy we have a pastor here. The pastors I interviewed on my show a few months ago, I asked them if they had groups in their denomination, and they said no, everybody is just a member. And that was from the United Church of Christ and the rabbi here from Gudas Hakim. And I'll get around to interviewing more pastors. I'll keep you in mind.
Pardon me?
I may call you someday to interview.
Okay, oops, time to go.
We have to get to our spot.
Okay.
Walk and look pretty.
All right. Are we getting ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't leave you behind.
The Human Rights Campaign has a little movie out that talks about the change that we need. And the change doesn't just happen. It's up to us to make the change. article about educators who fail their gay students. Imagine being a lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender teenager who loves singing in the school chorus. Now imagine that experience being spoiled by a thoughtless, homophobic adult, the music teacher who ought to be striving for harmony. Okay. My choir teacher constantly makes gay jokes, a 12th grade Latino student reported in a new national study. And he doesn't realize that he makes it so uncomfortable for us because it's choir. There's a large LGBT community in choir, and he sits there and cracks gay jokes all the time. In his groundbreaking report, Shared Differences, the Gay, Lesbian, and Straight Education Network captures what school feels like for America's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, minority youth. The survey results paint a grim picture of kids so hardened to anti-gay remarks, shoving or worse, that they don't even bother reporting the abusive incidences to a school official or to a parent. These students rarely read about LGBT people in their textbooks, nor do they learn about gay history or contemporary gay people in class. What they too often learn firsthand is that school is a place where they can expect to be hurt, emotionally or physically, or both. The predictable but sad result is that many of these kids skip classes and see their grades drop. The Education Network has found that the best antidote is to make sure schools have gay-straight student clubs, LGBT supportive officials and textbooks, and anti-harassment policies that clearly include sexual orientation and gender identity. So, change can only come about by people making change. We invite all of the people listening in the audience, the 90% who are heterosexual, the 10% who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. Make the changes so people can stop being hurt, shoved, pushed around, insulted, and killed. There's a hate crime. I've got the figures here. A hate crime every 6 minutes, and 1 out of 6 hate crimes are done against LGBT people. Cite the case of a man who was beaten to death. All the while they were beating him, they were making Latino slurs and insults. They were making gay slurs and insults. And what had happened? It was a cold night. This man and his brother had been walking down the street arm in arm. Don't jump to conclusions. 2 men walking arm in arm aren't necessarily gay, and even if they are, they don't deserve to be beaten to death. But we must open our minds, we must open our hearts. We must stop killing our brothers and sisters. We must stop insulting our teenagers.